Hello, everyone!
Yarp.
I should mod on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ready to Crit. I was just checking because for the previous game, I put a gain setting on the microphone, and I was worried I was going to fucking blow everyone's fucking ears out there. So I was just double checking the gain setting had been turned off. It has, so it's fine. We're all good. I am always your Dungeon Master, Harna, and joining me today are my other group of adventurers. Let's start off with the one who just finished his dinner. Dinner boy.
Hi guys, my name's Lux. I play, I definitely know my character's name, Bosco Longflower Brandyback. I'm a halfling artificer who always does the right thing. Most of the time. And I think I'll leave this off to my bestest friend inside the game, and very questionable sometimes, but person to my right.
Yes, hi everyone, my name is Will Sword, and I play Sullivan, a shifter rogue, one of the most honest and hardworking members of this party. And yeah, I could definitely trust him, because he's a nice guy. And I'm going to go to the person above me.
That was a lie. Anyway, hello, I'm Adam, playing Gabriella, a resident human warlock and slightly faulty moral compass of the party. And for last but not least, the best face in the party.
Definitely the best face. Definitely the most honourable paladin. Definitely human. Definitely Logan Margaster. I'm Rob, and we'll be playing the pretty boy who. A lot happens after the fade to black, in my mind at least. Yeah, I think that's all you need to know.
Alrighty. So with that in mind, where we last left off, the party had quite the events unfold previously. They were investigating a potential job for Force Grey, where one member had been acting a bit strange. Maloon, War Dragon, it was acting strange in the Yawning Portal. After kind of like, although only having a very, very brief observation, they ended up going to the Black Staff to kind of like share their findings. Whenever they did so, Logan revealed his ability to undo the effects of intellect borrows on a person. As they summarized, it was perhaps very likely that Maloon War Dragon had been taken over by an intellect borrower. He cast it on himself, and the Blackstaff highly suggested he cast it on Bosco, a member of the party, who had previously come to her worried about the potential that it may have occurred. At least she drew her own conclusions from that based on his line of questioning. The door to the tower vanished by act and will of the Blackstaff, and Sullivan brought Logan brought Bosco in for a hug and cast protection from good and evil on him. And Bosco began to feel a hot, burning itch on his scalp. And that's where we begin. Bosco, you feel this itch on your head, and you reach up and you scratch it, and that feels nice. That was actually not too bad at all. Nothing happens.
Oh, God damn it.
See, I told you. You didn't need to worry. Just because I give you a hug doesn't mean anything. Certainly won't, give you anything or get anything from you. I'm glad you're alive.
Probably feel a lot better having that assurance.
I'm
Sure.
afraid I'll get something from you, Logan. I know how you like to party a lot.
Well, certainly nothing that can be transmitted by a hug. I hope.
I mean, it probably got something now from his affected hand, so, just saying.
It's great that this matter's settled. I was a bit nervous about it. Anyway, so what is the plan now?
Well, in regards to Maloon, if you're going to confront him...
Oh, yes, we are planning to meet up with him in a few days, I believe the day after tomorrow. But we still have another thing planned for this evening.
Indeed.
She looks around the party.
Oh, we're going to Virgin Square for the fight.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. What time is it? How high is it?
Around, I think, sundown, so, evening.
Yes, it's sundown was whenever you had to be at Virgin Square. It's probably still like, let's say, mid to late afternoon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Alright, so, it seems we have a few hours to spare. How about we meet up at the Familiar, then head out from there to Virgin Square? Oh, it rhymes.
I mean, we'd have to go all the way across town to come kind of all the way back again. We could just go to...
Or we could just meet up there.
Is the portal, yawning portal, like just...
Yawning portal be en route here.
Square? We could just go to the portal and have...
Yeah, that sounds like a nice detour. Fair enough. Where the hell is Virgin Square? Hold on.
Well, Yawning Portal sounds like a good plan. I know how much you like to staying here, and with the presence of this lady here. But I think it's time for us to leave, huh? Okay, Mr. Blackstaff, bye-bye. I'll see you later. See you next time.
Yes, let's go. Sally's buying drinks again at the portal.
Please, can you just make the thing where at the door actually
Oh,
appears
yes,
so we
sorry.
can get
And
out?
she taps the staff, and the door just reappears in the
Thank
wall.
you. I just open the door and I get out of there.
It's a brick wall, so he walks fucking full confidence in your brick wall.
Fuck!
Oh, fuck. Sorry, hang on. Wrong door. That one. And another door
that one.
just appears.
Okay, open again and go through.
Yeah, it is actually outside that time.
I'll put up my head slowly inside.
Yep.
Okay, this is the real one. Okay, bye-bye. Boom.
I will wave goodbye to Blackstaff and then wave goodbye to the staff.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up. That's 2 spell slots gone. Thanks to you. Bye-bye.
Gabriel would give a small bow and leave.
Come on, guys, let's go. We are time, chop.
Hey, no. Don't come on me. I'll come in my own time. Thank you very much.
I'm afraid I will never come on you, but okay, come on. Let's go.
No need to be so vulgar.
Okay.
You hear what you want to hear, Sally. Alright, to the portal. Bosco, get rid of your horsemen friends.
Being a normal Wagon citizen, 100%. Maybe. No, I can't see a thing.
No one you recognize. But luckily, a cab down to the portal is only going to cost 1 silver piece. It's in the same district.
I'll pay, because I've probably got the heaviest coin pouch. I want to flush the cash, but only the silver bits.
Yep. Or some coppers knocking around, you can rub 10 together.
No coppers, only 6 silver, and then the rest is gold and platinum, but I'm not getting that out.
A wise move. Yep, so you arrive back at the Yawning Portal. You're met with the familiar sights and sounds and smells as you step inside.
Well, we are here again. So, Sullivan, are you again ordering drinks?
No.
No?
No. In fact,
Oh,
I'm gonna go over there and speak to my friend. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Of course, have a good one.
And then I go speak to Bonnie. Just
Mhm.
chit chat with her. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, she kind of like has pitched herself up at the bar. Durden's probably like on his like early dinner break with the dinner rush. So she's kind of covering the bar, so she's actually just manning it. So you're able to pop yourself up and have a chat with the bar. Well, she's like, you know, giving you half her attention, the other half just like serving customers, things like that. But she's enough to, you know, maintain a steady conversation throughout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just grab her by the hand, start talking to her. Blah 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 blah. Pretty much, I pretty much I just keep her hostage from her workplace.
How's Sullivan?
Everyone just like start complaining, but no, don't worry about him. Just Dave Sullivan a little bit more, huh?
And she's and in classic Bonnie style, she was like, "I know something. We'll take a second." And like he goes away, like
No,
does what she
come
can,
in.
and like, you know. Eventually, Durden will come back and make a bit of a fuss.
Can I make some kind of persuasion check or something just to try to keep her there with me? Don't give a fuck.
Make a persuasion check to see how compelling you are on a pretty high DC. Yeah, like she spends like a good like Durnan's half an hour break. She spends a good like 20 odd minutes kind of focusing solely on yourself. This still has caused a little bit of a queue at the bar. Anyone else doing anything interesting while they're meeting? Just grabbing a drink or?
Gabriel probably just, grab a drink and ask around for any rumors of a young man of, looking noble-ish, heading into Undermountain through the Yawning Portal.
Sure, make a investigation check.
I should just give a general description of a brother, Cassandra, I believe. Investigation? Cool. I can't spell. 12.
Well, you don't. No one saw him use the portal. Even asking like the regulars, stuff people hear him almost all the time. No one's remember seeing any of that description in the last month or so going down. Who didn't come back? Like, there's anyone who goes down and doesn't come back. Maybe kind of sticks in the head in your memory a bit more. But there's no real recollection.
Cool. In that case, you just hang around, listen for rumors, anything interesting. But
anyone else getting up to anything? Or are you just gonna let the time tick by before you head up to the meet?
I would look to find. I would like to find somebody who looks artistic, maybe not bard, but somebody with good like penmanship or kind of good drawing abilities.
Yeah. Let's just make let's say an investigation check to see if you can spot anyone who might have that skill set based on their outward appearance that you can find. 15. You probably end up finding someone who kind of spot ink stain kind of like on their kind of like off-white shirt. Suggests that they probably at least work with inks ever making dyes and like that. Kind of like a gnomish individual. Probably like a rock gnome. He's just sat there like long, curly, like tight curled brown hair, long nose, green eyes, kind of like pale skin, black with freckles, and he's just there, and he's eating quite like a quite overcooked bit of fish. You can see like it's kind of not flaking quite right as he's like tucking into it, and you hear him like, you kind of come over.
Hello. I noticed the ink on your shirt. It's a nice. But
Done it again. Oh. Fine.
It happens. It happens. Do you work with inks and things?
Yeah, I'm a writer. I write for the Waterdeep Zoo.
Oh yes, up the wazoo. Yes, well, big fan. Long time reader, very little writer. I was wondering if you potentially could either if I could commission you for a job, or even if you could put me into contact with someone. You see, I'm looking to have a lot of little posters, like pictures, paper things, posted all around the city with someone's face on and a bit of writing, you see.
Like a wanted poster.
Kind of, but like the opposite. But also, like, yes, wanted, but not because wanted for crimes.
So like an unwanted poster.
No, definitely wanted, but for good reason. See, my friend down there, the one who looks like a lucky mascot, he is wonderful, and I almost accidentally killed him earlier, even though I was doing what I was trying to do. Basically, he's very friendly with taxi, cab, horse, cart people.
Yeah.
And I want to create a load of posters and have them all around the city with his smiling face, despite it looking like that, his smiling face.
Yeah, I see it.
With like friend of cab men, people, I don't know the words, whatever it is you commoners call them. And just kind of like, you know, a bit of advertising, a bit of camaraderie, so that more people know him, because the people who know him love him to bits. The people who don't know him also kind of like him, and I just kind of want to bump that number up, you know, move him from column B to column A.
Well, I don't really know. I don't really know if I had a job like this before, but yeah, I'm sure.
I would certainly hope you didn't. Yes. Well, you know, in a way, it's kind of like a newspaper, but not a whole paper, just a piece of paper, which I suppose is a whole paper. Is it? Is a piece of paper a whole paper? Is it like
a
half a whole?
Page, yeah.
Page. That's the word. A paper page. Yes, not very big. His face is only small. You know, don't want to have a big face because it'll confuse everyone.
But enough to be noticed. Yeah, I could probably scrape something together. Let's think.
I mean, if you want to take a little bit of time to think about it, it's fine. I'm not in a mad rush, but I want to have a little surprise for him. You know, I could come find you up the wazoo.
I could use the printing press to mass produce them. I need to cut the shapes. So it would all, you know, kind of fall into place in that regard. But yeah, no, we can probably do something like that.
You've already lost me on the how. As long as I know the how much, we can come to some sort of agreement.
The more I print, the cheaper it will be, because once I making one, you know, I've got to make a trying to figure it, like a stamp. You know what a stamp is?
Oh, like when somebody's fallen over and you don't like them and you on their head.
Kind of, and the way your boot would leave like an imprint on them. I've got to make.
I hope not. That's how I'd get caught.
Oh yeah, you know, like well, basically,
hypothetically,
yes. Hypothetically, you kick someone in the head and you leave a boot mark on their forehead. I've got to make the boot pattern of his face, and then I can stamp it on lots of things. Once you've got the boot, you can stamp it on lots of things. Yeah, so making the boot's the expensive bit. If that makes sense.
That's fair. Also, paying off the family when you accidentally kill someone by stepping on the head, that's also expensive. But I don't. I think that's beyond.
I think we're getting misconstrued here. But no, I can put together a stamp for him, and I'll have it drafted up. How many do you think you'd like? Because the city's got pretty big. Like one on every street's gonna be a lot of fucking. Posters.
Yeah, not many. Like maybe 700.
700.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not many. You know, I have.
We can do 700.
You know, might as well. If you're saying one's not worth it, then the next step up is 700.
Yeah, no, you're right. I've just got to. I need to price up the cost of parchment and ink for that much.
No, I totally, like, take your time. I can come find you up the wazoo. Maybe have a little idea in your mind of how it could look, because I want to make sure that this doesn't backfire and look like a wanted poster. That would be terrible, because you may actually want to include the words wanted if you think you can actually, you know, sell it on the rest of it. Like, get people's attention, but for the good reasons, but not so that my friend gets arrested again more than he has Obviously not a lot. He's a nice guy.
Fair enough. So, generally, what I know, I don't think.
No, this is the thing. I know you're trying to think. It's kind of confusing as both.
Yeah.
So take it out. I don't want you to commit to something, and then be like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But also, I don't want you to make a loss, but also I don't want to have to pay more than I need to, because I fully intend on bartering you down a little bit on the price.
That's fair. No, that is fair indeed. So basically, I'll run it down to your base. Every page costs me 1 silver piece. Like, just that's a flat cost.
Okay.
They're not the cheapest thing in the world to get good parchment. The ink...
What about shitty parchment?
Like, really shit stuff, like vellum.
I'm just thinking, like, options. Like, consider the good stuff, but now you're saying a silver, and I can get a cab across town for a silver. So, and 700 of those is like 10 gold? More than 10 gold.
It's a fair bit, yeah. It's
More
quite a
than
lot.
platinum.
It's about 70 gold just for the pages. And that's not
Okay.
including the ink cost or then my fee to make the print, if that makes any sense.
700 might be too many. I don't like him that much.
Yeah.
Like, he's nice, but he's not like 70 gold just on paper nice.
Well, maybe like, how much do you realistically want to spend? And then I can, like, work out how much I need. Like, I'll set aside, I'll be brutally honest, whatever you pay me, or whatever you're willing to put forward, I'm going to put 20% on for my time, on top of the cost material, then I'll walk away with the 20%. 80% will just go on materials.
Okay, how about all in 100 gold?
100 gold.
I really want a good job done here.
Okay. To be honest, with 100 gold, I could do you 500.
Okay. I think we have a deal, my man.
Not 500. 50. Have I had too much to drink? Where am I? How many sheets did you initially? My maths have gone all funny.
Initially, I said 700.
700. So 500 is correct, yeah. So 100,
Yes.
100 gold, I do 50, because 500, sorry. 50. Oh,
I
God.
feel like I'm going to need this written down.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
I
right.
don't
Hang
think
on, let me
either of
get.
us know
I'll get a napkin.
what numbers.
He writes on the napkin. For 100 gold, I'll do 500 prints, and he'll also give you the stamp afterwards to take to any printing press, and they can print more.
I think we have a deal, my man. And he'll reach out his hand to shake it and then realise that the man's covered in beer and possibly ink and probably food.
Yeah.
And let's have a think. He'll kind of get his hand through one of his coat or a bit of robes and just kind of, as a bit of a cloth barrier to shaking his hand, but still shaking his hand.
Shakes it. He goes like, all right, well, whenever you get to the wazoo, I'll get started on that right away. Probably give me a couple of days just to get it all up and running. Whenever you get there, just say that you're looking for Herkel Snacken, and they'll send you my way.
Herkel Snacken.
Herkel Snacken. Herkel Snacken, Lofton, Lincoln.
Can you put that on the napkin?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm going to need 2 napkins. It's a long name.
That's fair.
Herkel Snacken, Lofton, Lycan. There you go.
Can I just call you Hurry?
You can call me Urk. Most people just call me Urk.
Herky?
Yeah, alright.
I
Herky works.
like the E on the end, you
Yeah.
know. Okay, alright, wonderful, Herky. Super, thank you. I'll see you up the wazoo. When should I come by? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll probably start on the actual stamp. So yeah, come around tomorrow. We'll do a test print, and you can tell me if you're happy with it. And if you are, then we'll just go for it, and hopefully in a day we'll have 500. We print a lot of broadsheets a day, so we can do about 500 probably in 2 days' time once I get the print done.
Wonderful. I'm sure I can get some urchins to like spread them around and nail them. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
Wonderful.
we have people hand out broadsheets. If you want, I can talk to our distribution team. I'm sure get them some fucking nails, and they can just. I mean, maybe giving a load of street kids hammers is a bad idea.
Oh no, they can just use their hands. Surely.
Well, it might be
It's
quite
not like they're
painful.
worth much. It's fine.
Might take a long
Right.
time. I worry about how deep they'll get the nails. you know, if they're only
Okay.
like in a little bit, then it might fall off. You know, that's no good.
Okay, speak to your didgeridoo people, whatever you said, and we'll get
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
Shouldn't be too expensive.
Because
We used to make a good
500
profit.
is far too many for me to do. I'm far too important to do that. You know, I am a business owner and a noble. Can you imagine being both?
You could do a pretty
It's
good
actually
leaflet
on the
bomb with 500. Like you could get like a whole like the market square. You could just like if you could pay a wizard to fly up and just like throw them out from a bag. They would just the wind would just take them and go everywhere.
That's an idea. You
Now
know.
the problem is you can maybe get done for littering, but if there's no because there's no like logo on there that would relate you to like a business like the Wazoo would have, you know.
Exactly. There's only my friend's face.
Yeah,
They're not going to trace that back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Only
I
to
can't
him.
see a way that would go wrong.
Absolutely not. Not backfiring whatsoever. For me, wonderful. Imagine if it just gets ripped up in half and it just has "wanted" in his face and then none of the rest of it. That'd be terrible. Maybe we need to rethink this. Maybe I'll find someone. I don't know. Okay.
No,
I'll think on it.
I'll get
I'll sleep-
Britton.
I'll-
You get thinking.
I'll sleep on it. Yes. Cool. All right. I'm gonna get back to my friends because they've been quiet for far too long.
Yep.
And it's
All
kind
right.
of making me a bit nervous.
Oh no, mister.
But to buy.
And then we go back to the group. And then what does everyone else look up to in this time?
Gabra will just be drinking and enjoying the company of the tavern.
I was gonna try to get a free drink off Bonnie.
Oh yeah, Bonnie, give me a free drink.
Yeah, so I'm there just talking to her and just drinking. Just keep her away from work.
Is there any gambling going on?
Yeah, there's a couple people like probably rolling some dice in a corner.
Well, she go for a few rounds.
Sure. Roll me if you're going for a few. How many rounds? 3 rounds? 2 rounds?
Well, let's go with 3 rounds for posterity's sake.
Roll me a d20 and don't declare the result if you can. Just roll it for yourself. Like
I'll
an
just
online dice roll or something.
I should roll d20, sure. Roll a die. One moment. Cool. So should I start?
Yeah, roll 1 d20. And I've also rolled a d20. And we'll start with you. How much you want to bet?
She will start off with 1 gold.
The guy's gonna put down 2 gold.
All right.
Gonna raise you. You gonna match it? You gonna fold?
She's gonna. Yeah, she'll match it.
Okay.
All right. Tell me stop at some point.
Stop.
Sure. Here we go.
I feel like you're supposed to know your dice result before this. The whole point is you know what your fucking result is, but sure.
Oh.
I mean, it's like playing poker against someone who refused to look at their cards.
Sorry. 12.
Okay, he rolled a 6, so you win. You win 4 gold. You got the pot. Roll another.
All right. That's 4. All right. Say stop at some point.
Stop.
17.
Okay, again, don't tell me the result
Oh, sorry.
until we gamble. Roll again.
It's been a long day.
Roll again. Keep it to yourself, and then you won the hand, so you'll bet again first.
All right. Rolled.
Yep, you bet first. What do you want to put in?
Come again.
What do you want to bet?
She's gonna go for 2 gold again.
2 gold. Okay. Yep. He'll double it to 4.
She'll match him up.
Okay. 17.
14.
You lose 4 gold. He doubles up. Final roll.
All right. He doubles up to 8.
Yep.
Fucking bro.
Because he put in 4, then 1 your 4, so he's doubled up from
Gotcha. So last round now.
last round. Yep.
Cool.
He
Cool.
won this round, so he's going to start it off, and he's going to say, "Let's keep it interesting." And he puts the 8 straight in.
She'll match him.
It'll go back. You're just matching him. He'll raise it and just round it out to 10. 2 more gold.
She'll round it up.
He reveals a 20 on the dice.
Fucking hell,
Scrapes it all
16.
in.
Damn.
Go. Chat, if you don't believe me.
Damn.
Nice playing, me, love. Practice points.
Yes. Fair enough, I suppose.
Alright, perfect. So yeah, you guys pass the time until it's probably about time you gotta start heading around to the Virgin Square for the meet.
Who's excited for a little bit of combat? Eh? I feel like we haven't done it in a while.
That's gonna be.
We're just watching, right? We're not
No,
doing.
we're participating.
Okay.
We
I've
named
not
our
kind of
team.
mentally prepared myself for this, but
Well,
it's fine.
You got a few minutes for that. Go for it.
I was kind of wanting like a couple of days to sack myself. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad.
Do you not remember? We called ourselves, what was it, the Misfits?
The Misfits, yes.
Misfits, yep.
Well, I just thought that was a general thing rather than a specifically for
Well-
fighting.
It's both.
Well, okay.
I feel
It's
like
fine,
Logan's
it's
a
fine,
bit scared,
I'll
that's why
be
he doesn't
fine.
want to fight.
I mean, are we going to have a plan? Is there a plan of action how we're going to fight?
I have no idea what awaits us behind that door, so.
I will
Hard to
remind
make-
you that the whole reason of getting in to this layer is probably primarily to either initially scope it out or to try to find one of the eyes, which may be hidden in this layer somewhere. But this
Right.
could just be like we're gonna go in under the ruse of a fight. We're gonna recon the areas that they allow us to get into. Like there must be, a fighting area. There's gonna be a tunnel in, a tunnel out. We're gonna learn where it is. Like it could just be a pure scouting mission, or it could be we're gonna go in and we're gonna find some way to break away from the group, from the main event, and try to get into the underbelly of this thing and find the eye for the Stoic lore.
I would suggest we go for we would take this as a recon mission. One, gladiator fights. They pay well, so if we go through this, we might get paid. Secondly, I don't think we are fully prepared to go into the belly of the beast. So it might be better to scout it out, to know the ins and outs a bit more before we jump blind in.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought we were going to go there, but not actually fight, and just kind of figure out the way of the land.
Well, I think we'll get to do both, honestly. And the best way to get the full lay of the land is, as a participant. You never know what they'll show us.
Okay, fine. No.
You also get
it's-
to try out that new pick of yours.
I've already tried it out. It's
No.
fine.
Pickle. Try the new pickle. You got the new pickle.
No, I've kept the same one. Which body parts have you regenerated recently?
Not the pickle
no,
for
it-
sure.
Well, maybe you should try it. I've used my pick. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's good.
If you're not happy with it, Logan, I can always try to make something else for you. Well, make you something.
You've made so much already. You've made this, and this has done me proud. Look, it's got my family chest on it, and it's great.
Well, sorry.
It's fine. I'll be fine. I'm just very aware that when we get into fights, people keep trying to hit me, and you three just kind of hang about. Well, no, you two, points at Gabriella and Sullivan. It's like, you two go back, and Sully, you fucking hide somewhere. Bosco, you fucking run off somewhere. If you do that shit again, I will put a worm in your brain. Not in a sexual way, but don't start that shit.
I mean, in my defense, I'd say I lay down pretty good covering fire.
Excuse me,
Okay, yeah, there is that.
I'm running in there with my club, making sure you're protected.
I know that's the other half of the problem, though, Bosco. Is the club is taller than you. Not by a lot. I'll give you that much.
How about you get something like a telescopic club that just extends and
When you hit someone, both your feet leave the ground. Every time. Have you noticed that? You fly. Whenever you get a hit. Thankfully, it's not very often. Right? But I worry about you. Because with all those brains, you're very top heavy.
Listen, like I haven't spent a lot of time using weapons like you have, so I like the simple ones, the ones I can just swing.
Anyhow, I think we should
Cool.
get going before the sun really sets.
Yes. Okay. Good idea.
Perfect. Yeah, you arrive in Virgin Square after a brief walk across the kind of like main road, and you see, despite it like the sun is setting, any merchants here are beginning to settle up for the day and pack up their wares, things like that. You kind of see there's a fair little clustering of people every now and again around. But yeah, that's what you see before you.
Could Gabriella try and do a perception check to see if she sees, any people, breaking off, heading into some,
Some dodgy, shady area.
entrances, knocking, waiting a bit, the peephole sliding open.
Yeah.
Can I assist her as well? Maybe looking for some suspicious individuals, or like you said, someone going to some dark little alleys, or somewhere that looks sketchy.
Perception with advantage, then, I presume.
Yep.
Cool. 24.
Oh,
24 is a good roll. Yeah, you look around to spot anything strange or out of the ordinary. Yeah, you kind of spot that there's it's not a large group, it's probably like about maybe 4 or 5 people kind of off to one side. They're kind of like in the shadow of the sun setting. They've kind of like literally put themselves like out of the way a little bit. And but there's definitely a little bit of they're looking around like they're not sure if they're in the right place, probably. Would be the best way to describe it. But you also spot on the far side of the square, kind of sat on like an abandoned stall. There is a guy wearing like brown leathers, just like has that little like deck of cards he's playing on top of like an abandoned stall to his left, looking around. And there's about 2 or 3 other people who are kind of standing, like, waiting. And they're not really interacting with him, but they're definitely, like, with that person. But they're not interacting with them directly. They don't really know them very well. But they're like, yeah. And you can see the guy kind of looking up, checking the sun. And just going back to his little card game.
Cool. Well, it seems we're not the only ones waiting. And she'll just, find another place or she'd look for another place to, inconspicuously sit and have a good vantage point to see both groups. Just, so she can see when they move or where they move.
Yep. After a little bit of time, the group in the shadow eventually begin making their way over, and you see them talking to the individual sat on the actual like empty stall, and then kind of like linger there a little bit longer. And you see him collect up his cards, and he begins like getting on his feet, like dusting himself off.
That's our cue, gents. Let's go.
okay, let's go.
Yep, you move over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You approach, and as you approach, you see the guy kind of like, he's like, so we need to get ourselves a move on right now, so we can make sure we're in the. Help you?
Oh yes, we're also here to draw first blood.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Let's go then. Be enough of us, and that individual begins leading you down the alley closest to him, to the western side, up around a corner until there's like a small little dead end area where he opens up a manhole cover and begins instructing you on to climb inside. Come on then, let's go. Quick.
All right. Oh, here we go again.
Just a moment. I left my
come
overalls
on.
at home.
It'll be fine.
Fine. Climbs down.
Chop.
Sewers greet you once more with their familiar, not pleasant scent. And this individual begins leading you on this winding route. It seems to snake back on itself, up and over and around. It's very, like, disconcerting. Like, you definitely are having a hard time keeping the place where you are. And you, Gabrielle, with your past perception, you would notice he's following marked symbols you've seen before on the walls in chalk. And there's points where you go through one intersection one way, and you must loop back on yourself because then you find yourself at the same intersection. And although there's another like marking just on the back right, he's following the ones that are like always on his front left as he's moving. So like he keeps them like, he's following a certain pattern.
Could you do a check to try and memorize the pattern as they go?
Yeah, anyone, I will allow either one person with advantage in the group helping or 2 individuals can check. It's me a survival check to try to, keep your wits and whereabouts. So,
Wouldn't
I'm
even
not
occur
doing-
to Logan.
I'm not doing. I'm just try to avoid all the rats and stuff. Ugh.
I would probably like clock that Gabriel's probably doing it, but Bosco's terrible with navigation, so he'll probably assist where he can.
Gabriella,
but-
you can make a survival check with advantage.
All right. 20.
It's pretty good. Yeah, you think you get this route pretty much pinned down. Maybe not exactly, but there's that particular crossroads where it intersected. Like, if you can find that crossroads, and you're like, it must be somewhere under the high road. Like, it's probably somewhere near Waterdeep Way where it meets the high road, somewhere in that rough area based on, like, the size of the sewer, because it's so large at that point. And you're able to work out the initial bit from how you got from Virgin Square to there. It was too confusing. But from there, you're able to find a pretty concise route, probably because that's probably used as a pretty big junction. You recall the last time you found a Xanathar hideout, the markings in the sewers were erased after some time. So it's probable that obviously this sector here would probably be maybe a frequently used junction. It must be close. And as you continue kind of moving up through, you're able to like count the corners, and you're like, after this much distance, like it's not like not the first left, but the second left, and that kind of thing. You make like a mental log for yourself until eventually you all arrive. Kind of coming, you kind of find yourselves. There's a little chunk in the sewer wall that has like fallen away, and it's in an area of the sewer that is like very dark. There's no kind of like skylights above that give any obvious definition of like where you are, and then you are led through this little kind of like gap in the brickwork on the right, and yeah, you find there's a little secret door here which the individual opened. You don't know how they open it because it's in the dark, but you hear the stone shift, and then behind the stone you see torchlight flooding out into the darkness, and there is a spiral staircase descending down. And yeah, that individual's going to lead you down. That's it.
Secret tunnel.
People expect something like this here.
It is rather grand.
Bosco, can you do your dancy orb things to give us a bit more light? Because it's a bit dark down here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't want to slip and fall because it's dark.
Of course, yeah. I will do my little dancing lights.
Yep.
See when someone casts light next to you. If you have dark vision, does the dark vision go beyond the light? Are you able
Yes,
to
the
see?
dark vision goes beyond the light.
Yeah.
If that is darkness beyond it, then yeah, the dark vision goes on past it.
Is it just? Yeah. I'll just wait. Is it different colors or just normal glowing?
You can pick the colors, I believe.
Oh.
And
I'll do
red.
a nice little purple for for Logan here. Do red for Sally. Gabriella, you can have like a golden yellow.
Oh, thank you.
If you're like inspired there. Then for me, I'll have a nice little blue.
As you begin climbing down the spiral staircase, you see the walls of this narrow spiraling staircase are carved with open eyes that glow with a faint magical light. And there's definitely a sense of unease, almost like you're being watched as you go down deeper into the tunnel. You seem to go down hundreds of. It is deep. You go deep below the sewers. And after a long climb down, a long descent, there's a circular door made of stone that your leader swings open before you, and you find yourself in a hallway covered with eyes of all shapes and sizes. Many of the orbs have stone eyelids that seem to just like open and close at irregular intervals. Gabriella, and does anyone else have a passive perception of 14 or higher?
Not me. Nope. That's 12.
Gabriella, you're the only one who notices there is a ghostly eye stalk protruding from the ceiling directly in front of a door, the south. That's to your left as you've come out. As pointing up, watching up the corridor. Looks like.
Ghostly eye stalk.
Yes.
They have a goddamn camera system.
You would have some sort of closed circuit television. Correct.
Oh fuck! This
Google,
is a heist.
Google has a passive perception 14.
Also in this room, there are 4 large floating orbs with singular eyes in them, which appear to be fungal in look. They look like strange big funguses, and they're just kind of floating there. And kind of idling throughout the chamber is this large floating ball, wet skin, flesh drooping over it. You see long eye stalks that kind of like flop around as it moves. Its jaw, however, is slack and hanging, and its central eye is milk white, as are the smaller eyes at the end of the eye stalks, and it has this horrible smell of decay. It reeks of undead. As this beholder zombie kind of floats around.
Oh.
And as you kind of come in and they kind of recognize you, you see it kind of float, and they actually float themselves up and out of this chamber to the right, away from the direction that you were headed.
So they see us, and then they go just go a different direction.
The
Yeah?
spores seem to almost float alongside the big one, the boy.
How many of the people are with us at the moment? Because it
At the
came down
minute,
with someone.
it is you, and there's a group, and there's a fair little cluster group of you. However, as you get here, you try to find that you're in this little waiting area, this hallway, that you end up in. But maybe this will help give you a little idea of where you are.
The person that's like taking us downstairs, they go over to him and is like, "Oh, excuse me, son. What is that thing over there that just went that way? What is that?"
You don't need
That's
to worry about
horrible.
it, mate. It's just one of the guards.
Cards. What kind of? Is there more of these things down here?
But you have to wait until you get in the arena, won't you? Fine.
Also, out of pure curiosity, we were never told if there are any rules for participating in the arena. Are there any?
In the arena, rules,
No rules, rewards.
rewards. Yeah, there's a reward. Normally you get a fairly good amount of gold in the form of whatever we can give out to you. So it's normally gems or bars or things, anything, whatever we have in the collections. It's a worthy price. It's a fair price.
All right, thank you. I was just
Sorry. So we came from down here.
You also get a trophy.
And-
Now you've come from this door which is marked open behind you.
Okay.
Oh,
The
And then we.
the ghostly
I'm-
eye stalk is down there. Gabrielle has seen.
Okay. And
I
which way
can't
are we
see any
going?
of the map. I just realized.
Are we going this one here? Is that where we're going?
Maybe because you're human, Gabriella. Hang on, let me put some torches.
So the
There's torches
beholder
there.
went this way, and then
The
where is
beholder
the-
went north.
Oh no! So he went this door here to the right.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
So I think we should actually consider this tournament. I mean, it's not because I want a trophy. I mean, not because I love a good trophy. Could always,
Gabriella, you should be able to see.
always,
Nope.
I'm
could
pinging.
always you.
Try refreshing.
I'll refer. Anyways, I do agree that we should participate. That's
I will. As this is happening, I'm gonna try to sneak off the group a little bit, and then is it dark where we are?
It is well lit. There's like these glowing. It's very dimly lit, I'd say, with the glowing eyes all.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need the light. So just I was like, what's his name? Bosco, we could take your light back. I don't need this one. And then I kind of want to break out from the group a little bit, kind of sneak to the back and have a peek in this door here.
Yeah, you go up to it. The door appears to be closed.
Is there like a? So if I go in this square here, can they see me? People around this area, they can see me, or like I'm not sort
You
of
can try to
hidden?
get flush right up in there, but there's potential. You're not like, it's like moving into a doorway. The guys like they're present. They're looking around.
Oh, so there's like, is that like people behind me? Just people, like everyone's above, if it's in front of me.
Yeah, there's a guard, although they're not on the map with you. I'm just giving you this like a little. So it's more so you guys can track your blueprint effectively of what you can see of like your mental map of the place. But there's a guard in this room with you, and they're about probably let's say the guts of 10 other people here who don't all look outfitted for combat. You would say some of them yes, but some of them no.
Can I want to try to like to kind of distract, like be like not distract you, but like trying to be inconspicuous and like kind of slowly move to the back of the group and then eventually sneak here to this door and then just try to maybe open the door and see what's. Well, I'll look for the keyhole first if you can see anything. Then I try to
make
open.
me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Go.
A 9. Sullivan, you start slinking away as best you can, like trying to, put bodies between you and the guy who led you here. But as you kind of get around the corner to the door, one of the eyes on the walls just like shunts open, and you weren't expecting it. It caused you to like panic and stumble back, and you almost like stumble back in the room, and you like slam your arm off the corner and make a loud like thud. And everyone's eyes kind of shoot around you, and they're like,
Oh, found it! Oh, god damn it! I almost lost his gold piece. Oh, he's kept rolling all the way here. Found it! I've got it.
I swear to God,
imagine losing the gold, the whole gold piece. Oh my god, that's terrible.
You should
Terrible.
get your pockets sewn up, Sullivan.
I know,
You
right? It
keep
happens
losing
quite
those
often.
gold pieces.
I know. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
keep going indeed. You're basically all kind of like almost like taken through, and the individual who kind of first arrived, who kind of brought you here, is just going through. They have a little clipboard, and they kind of give it a little nod. And like, right, so we need to make sure that this tournament is all going to be ready to go. We're just seeing if any of you are you all looking to participate in the fight, or do you just want to spectate today?
Okay.
Noska
We're
traditionally
fine.
takes teams of 3, but he's been known to take teams of 4 in the past.
What about 3.5? Because he's only a little.
Well, if you want
That's
to
alright.
chop him in half beforehand, then that would take an arm and a leg off. That would definitely make him half.
No, I think we'll stick to the number 4. Thank you. If that's alright.
You cut me in half. There's not be a lot of me as well. There's hardly a lot.
And can I get a
As a
name
whole.
for the group?
The Misfits, I believe that's what we'd agreed on.
Ah, yes. I believe Ott mentioned you, Verdu.
Indeed.
I'll let Noska know. And you're participating as a 4, yes?
Yes, if that's alright. If not, we'll sort it out, but we would prefer.
I think Noska had something in mind if there was a larger group interested. Well, I'll discuss it with him. For now, you're welcome to simply wait here until you're called forth. Shouldn't be too long.
Of course. I still can't see anything, isn't it?
Very strange. It's because there's 2. Can you see anything now?
Yes.
Because there's 2 IP addresses assigned to your account. So,
What the fuck? Huh?
2 Growl20 accounts, apparently.
I don't even have 2 IP addresses.
Well, you have 2 IP addresses on Roll20. Let me tell you.
You might have do you have a VPN or something?
Gabriella, you can make me a Arcana check.
Alright. Arcana. 10.
Does anyone want to assist Gabriella?
I'll assist her.
Thank you. Come on. 13.
I'm afraid. You have your bullshit ability if you want to use your burn. That's a fail. If you wanna...
I can add a D4,
Yeah.
fuck it.
DC is actually 14 exactly, so the D4 will be enough. You determine that this ghostly eye that you see, it kind of functions similar to a scrying orb, you think. You conclude that if there are multiple of these, they can probably only be watched like one at a time, and they're probably only by one person. Like a spell of that power, it's probably one person watching something specifically. So if you saw a second one, you imagine that it wouldn't be the same individual controlling that spell. But this might be the only one. There might be one person focusing the entryway. But
Could
imagine...
you you try to determine if there's a way to recognize if that current eye is being used?
I would say with your 14, we'll roll your d4 and see how high you get. But I say with the 14, probably you don't gain much more.
Maybe
With
15.
15, I think you would say it's impossible to tell whether or not an eye is functioning or not. But you think if you use something like a detect magic spell, you might be able to follow the connection to try to trace it to wherever the watcher may be located.
Hmm.
Which would effectively mean if you could find, say, 2 or 3 of these things, you could potentially triangulate the location of if all the watchers were in one area, you could try to triangulate what you would dub a control room, or you could justify the theory that they might be all maybe spread out deliberately to like reduce the fact, to reduce the risk of them getting compromised.
All right, thanks.
What's the plan?
Well,
Am I going to go defensive here? Do you mean to bring out the good old flamethrower?
yes, I guess discussing tactics would be a good idea. I'm not sure. I personally prefer your defensive options because they help with attrition and all that. But I'll leave the decision up to you, considering what we will be facing.
I would rather have the little shieldy thing that stops me getting hit in the face, if it's all the same to everybody else, and I don't want to get set on fire. And like it's kind of a win-win to not immolate everyone.
Well, I'm more towards the approach of the stealthy and surprise attack. They can't defend what they can't see.
Well,
I don't think that'll be
I
possible.
mean, sometimes you can, sometimes you fucking miss.
As you're discussing your battle plan, Noska approaches you, and you see this kind of like. He is this like shield dwarf. He has tattoos all over his body, like stylized, tanned skin, a long black beard of a hook, like a ring, like tied through it. Big long mustache, short hair on top, kind of slicked over. He appears to be an amputee. He's only got one arm. His other arm on his stump has a mounted crossbow. And he kind of like approaches. He's got these big, heavy, clunky boots on, and he kind of like looks at you and goes, "All right, yeah, no, I think you'll do rightly, I'm Noska. I'll be hosting the game today.
a pleasure.
Today you're a slightly larger group than normal." And as he's talking, you see a little little bug skitter up on his shoulder, and it's this quite small orange-colored bug, like little long tendrils. And at the end, he goes, and he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a load of scrap, look like old nails. He offers it up to the creature, and it just takes it, and begins nibbling on it, and you watch its acidic mouth begins to corrode the metal as it just
What color is this creature?
orange.
Okay.
Aww.
Anyone
That's
with a
adorable.
decent, I would
Hey, I
say,
can't remember.
nature
Can I-
check could recognize what they might be.
Can I do a nature
They're
check?
fairly
Manage
common
shit.
pests.
6.
Sullivan, maybe not in Mirabar.
what a nice little cockroach you have there.
Good.
It's nice.
Check.
Anyway, you're welcome. As you're the only group actively participating who aren't going to be already in situ, you are welcome to lounge about here, in the hallway beyond, and in the room around the corner. And he will point. I'm going to move you all collectively as a group, just so you can see all the areas that you've committed in. This initial watching entry area, and they are not private to yourselves. You see there are guards and various things as well in these areas, and there are also some spectators as well here. But these areas are all open for you to traverse to. Anywhere beyond that is going to cause issue. You're basically told.
Right.
And there are guards posted at most of the doors anyway, just to kind of push you back on the right track.
Also, if I may inquire, are we going to be facing the other teams in the upcoming challenges, or do we have any other challenges in mind?
There's a couple of teams. Few beasts and things as well, but we'll keep it interesting.
Oh, is it going to be like a tournament structure, perhaps?
Tournament
or-
structure is what we normally do with the teams of 3. For yourselves, it's going to be more gladiatorial. 4 rounds, survival, 4 rounds, win the prize.
All right, fair enough, I suppose.
The big boss is going to be watching as well, so, put on a good show. And
We'll do our best.
we're going to rile up the crowd, a little bit of a warm-up fight going. You'll be the main event, effectively.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Take some time. There's a few servants here who can get you some food, some drinks, if you'd like, before. If you need anything, we have a small collection of weapons and armor from past participants that no longer require them. That can be loaned out to you.
Of course. Also, is there anything the big boss appreciates in a gladiatorial fight, perhaps, so we can, spice things up for him specially?
Quite like people dying, to be honest. Keep it fun. Do something different. Don't be boring. Don't just do, I've got a sword, I'm going to stab somebody. Make it a show.
What, like roasting people alive?
Yeah, we do. That'd be interesting. People don't really do that very often. What I'd recommend is as well, although there's no real rules in the pit, that's you got to remember. In the pit, anything like spells that go outside the pit, risk spectators, risk the big boss. If you splash outside the pan, the fire's gonna come over with the oil. It's gonna spill over. I can't assure you, you wouldn't fucking, you'd have a lot of people pissed off at you, and some of them, the kind of people you don't want to piss off.
All right, we get the drift.
So keep it in the pit. Yeah.
So,
Backstabbing, completely fine. If you don't like one of your fucking group, now's a good time, whack them off. We'll do it with the body anyway. That is fun. That's interesting, keep it interesting. Right? Yeah, but yeah, just don't fucking hit any watchers. You have to deal with that. I'm not gonna fucking protect you from a spectator. You know what I mean?
fair enough.
I'll be also on the ground managing, in the holding area, which you're not going to be. This is not the holding area we currently are. There's a separate holding area where I'll be kind of releasing the next wave, effectively. Between each
Awesome.
wave, you'll get a moment of respite.
How long is a moment, if I may ask?
It's going to be a short while. Mechanically, you will get enough time to use up to effectively for the whole fight. You can use all of your hit dice for each stage. So you can obviously you'll have 3 opportunities to rest. They're not full-blown short rest, but it's just the ability to expend hit dice in that time. It's not long enough to regain like spell slots or channel abilities. So it's just to keep your health sustained, but it's not enough to burn through all my resources at short rest and then points them back, because obviously the fight took way too long. But it's like it's a little boost to keep your balance and fresh.
To keep us, going.
Would I have had chance, or would I be able to slight retcon and take a short rest in the yawning pool to get, because I'm going to use Hardest Divine Power and then get a chance.
You would also have time now to take a short rest before the fight if you'd like, because there is drinks coming out and food, and there is enough time, I would say, to take a short rest while they're getting the crowd warmed up. You're the entertainment, the act. You've arrived a bit earlier. Everyone else still arriving in dribs and drabs. There's a few people today who were also with you who are intending the fight. It looks like they've been bumped. They've actually already gone in. They're this warm-up act. And, you can kind of hear the signs of distant fighting coming from one of the corners like that, from where you currently are.
Right. So,
In the area you're currently in, Gabriella, this one, there is a secondary one of those ghostly eyes in the circular room.
cool.
I think that's.
Where is so you said that the boss will be watching. Is he going to be watching from some kind of balcony or something?
Yeah, he's got a raised booth.
Of course.
Wait, what is it?
You'll see it. Don't worry. It's just to the side of the arena.
Okay, maybe perhaps we can meet him. If you do a very good show, maybe we can meet him after. We'll be honored.
Maybe.
What's with the laugh?
Just
A
a lot of people don't really want to meet the big boss,
I'm a really big fan.
Wow.
I would love to meet him in person.
Yes, I don't think I actually want to see him. But
I've got a lot of good stories.
I'm more than happy to let you talk to him and just watch from a small distance.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I'm sure nothing could go wrong.
Of course.
Regardless, I'm gonna go get the other contestants ready. Armago, he's the major domo here. He'll keep you right. He'll look after you, and he'll kind of be your contact from now on. He'll keep you right. And as he leaves, he kind of like pats the shoulder of this other dwarven fellow. He is another shield dwarf, wearing this like blue robes, leather like armor, has a beautiful white kind of like tabard over his like shoulders, a short white beard, bald head, and yeah, he kind of like comes out and he comes over and goes like, "Well, you alright? Okay. So fight will be starting shortly, but before then, anything else you need? Can we sort you out for anything? Anyone need some drugs?"
Not for me, thank you.
No?
Yeah, I'm looking to the others like, does this man have subtitle? Can somebody translate? I don't speak.
He's asking if you want the illegal substances before you enter the
He
map.
pulls out a little snuff box. Logan looks fairly familiar. Opens it up.
Logan, I'm sure you'll appreciate some
no,
of
no, no,
this.
no.
I'm sure you'd appreciate some of this, Logan.
It's fine. I don't need that at night. It's fine. I'm good. It's
alright.
a daytime thing.
But yes,
Fair enough.
other than that, I think we are all ready, I believe.
Alrighty. So, we're all ready to go. You hear, like, after he leaves, and you hear the continuation of the booming voice kind of coming from the next room over. Kind of like, which you don't really make out, it's kind of a bit muffled, but you never hear this definitely because I'm like projecting quite loudly. But it's kind of like, and like a bit of a rocky crowd. Eventually, you are led out of this chamber that you're currently in. You're led to this door here, and then you are led down the corridor, which kind of weaves around like so. And eventually you're led down this pit. Gabriella, the map there.
Huh.
I thought the pit was the other one.
No. This is the pit that you're in currently. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you see quite a formidable thing. So, I guess a nice little description. Or shall I?
My boy.
Yeah,
So-
boy.
This room is a magically lit circular chamber. You see a thin layer of blood-soaked sand covering the floor, and stone buttresses supporting its 40-foot high domed ceiling. 10-foot high stone bleachers hug the northwestern half of the room, and staircases lead from bleachers to other areas of the lair. You see a tunnel under the bleachers that leads west, following that blood trail, to the monster cell block beyond, where you see Noska there, and you see like there's little like cages behind that, but you can, and they're kind of just out of sight. And you see like fiddling of locks and things behind there, but you can just about make them out. You see a semicircular recess in the southwest wall has steps leading up to it. It's 5 foot above the arena floor, and the alcove is decorated with bouquets of underdark fungi and stone vases and purple tapestries that bear Xanathar's symbol. Jutting from the curved roof of the alcove is another spectral eye stalk, and you see hovering in the southeastern alcove, there is a large, slick-skinned, orange central eye, active eye stalks, constantly always whipping and looking around and inspecting the area around it. Large, singular gaping mouth, kind of like very similar to that strange undead creature you saw before, but this one, probably whatever it would be before something like this becomes an undead. Right down here, you see that there is next to them, there is Armago, the Major Domo, and there are very very strange face in the crowd. You see bugbears, goblins, you see just an assortment of bandits, kind of all lurking up there as well. You also see someone you recognize. You see the older dwarf with the skull cap who rescued from the Xanathar, from the Zentrum hideout, up with Xanathar, and he's kind of like whispering into the beholders what would be ear holes. And yeah, that's kind of what you see before you step down, as you're kind of like ushered down into the middle of this arena. And as you step down and in, you hear Armego announce and speak, and he goes like, "Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight?" And the crowd being like, "Yeah, woo!" "I did not hear you, ladies and gentlemen. I said, are you ready for a fight?" And you hear, yeah, get on with it already. He's like, "I did not hear you. Are you, or are you not ready to watch someone do battle in this place?" And then you hear, "Get on with it already," from the beholder next to him. And then he just goes, "And yep, the fight's gonna begin soon, so make sure you get your snacks and drinks and things, and it's all gonna go to plan." And you hear the sound of like a metal cage being unlocked, and as you look down the tunnel, you see Noskar, and the way he kind of like opens the door, he kind of like pulls it towards himself and like relocks it at like a 90-degree angle, so it locks him off from you all. And it kind of, the door swings open to allow like effectively like an airlock system, and you see people begin spilling out of the the first cell. You see kind of like a stronger looking individual. You see a hooded figure with some sort of like necklace around their neck, and you see another one who looks a lot more lithe, kind of like as well on their feet, following them up. And as they all begin to step out, they kind of step out into the arena with you all. A bit more civil, perhaps, than you would expect. They probably let you get time to like, back up a little bit. But yeah, you kind of see these three individuals step out. For argument's sake, I'm going to hide the crowd, just because I think it will make it easier for you all to see what threats you're actively dealing with.
Might be just a bit over our heads here, guys. Big boss is there.
Aren't you used to that? So?
Let's put on a good show for him.
Help
I
better
don't
hide all of
think
them.
I don't want to put any show on for him, to be honest.
So they kind of stage themselves up in a thus kind of formation, effectively, in front of you, all on the ground level, kind of spreading themselves out and around. Is there any way in particular you would like to set yourselves up for this battle?
I'll be around here, the back. Fuck.
How do I use a ruler? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep.
I can drag.
Yeah, we're good, I think.
Alrighty. With your positions taken and the fight ready to begin, you see Xanathar like look towards Armego, the Majordomo, and goes, "And with that, we shall begin the second bout. In 3, 2, 1! Ding, 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 ding! And as he rings the bell, as you prepare yourself for whatever kind of battle is going to take place before you, and whatever rounds are to follow up and come, that's where we're going to stop for today, because it's pushing our end time, and probably a good place to stop it. And the next time we get in, we can just do some good old-fashioned fighting. Good old sluggeroo.
Good old
Good old slubber. The dice and slice. Yes, sir.
But you've got a good bit of intel. You know, you've seen a lot of the lair, and you've actually spotted three of these things. Which Gabriella thinks that she could get a good look at those three to take magic up. You could probably try to find a way to triangulate their sources if they are in fact one area, or confirm that they are spread out, and perhaps find those isolated pockets and deal with them one at a time. Yeah, there is definitely some kind of system in place to prevent ease of movement through this area. Well, yeah, with that in mind, that is where we're going to stop for today. Thanks so much for joining us if you did. Have a good one, and we'll see you
Yeah.
next week, most likely. Bye-bye!
Thank you.
Patch,
What can I say? Wisdom classes, no go.
I'm going to sit in front with Jimothy with the Pot of Awakening in my lap and just say